The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Rams and the Texans, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, and here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters, and of course the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories, and they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career, but they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. On the return, Britton Covey. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down. Throwing now, off play action. He gets this one to Nakua. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Bennett. Escape, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, already a leader of the offense in just his first season, this rookie from Florida.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Throwing from the gun here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Another try following the sack. Dialing up a receiver screen. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs?
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To throw here on 1st down. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. 2nd down now, 7 to go. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap, looking at... We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Picked up by the Rams. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Rams get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This Texans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Throwing now on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Schultz with the catch. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. Into the hands of Schultz. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Eberle's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. First carry now for Kyron Williams. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Bennett throwing here. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
This is ahead for about 5. Play made by E.J. Speed. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That one complete to Higbee. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Looking to throw, Bennett. Hits him on the out route. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Everyone's prepped, it's second down now. From the 42. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Into traffic, complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 27. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. He's on the move, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Rams get 6 more on their early advantage. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Out now come the Texans on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on first down. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 37. Finding Collins. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Here's a throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it sets up second down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Rams have their work cut out for them on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's Bennett. He has the first over the middle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long for him here. Getting out to his left. He's running for it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be Texans football. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to Collins. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Complete to Dell. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Mixon on the toss. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
From midfield now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. They just get the play off. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Roll the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams headed out to the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Sending a receiver left. Here's Bennett. Completed to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Short pass caught by his tight end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Bennett. That one's complete, right side. He's got a gain of 6 there. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Bennett throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They'll run here with Blake Corum. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Texans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They go play action on first. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Taken in by Kirk, right side. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First and 10, looking to throw. This is complete to Schultz. And this one doesn't go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing off the play fake here. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finds Stover. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Bennett. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. To throw, here's Bennett. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Bennett now to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finding Collins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. Has his man. It's Mixon. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they make the stop at the 46. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Dell with the grab. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Looking to the air here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And they take him down right along the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Play action on 1st down. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this one to Adams. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. He'll cobble together a yard there. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Rams trying to add to their lead. Here we go, 2nd and 9. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they get this down to the 28. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Bennett throwing here. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Here's Bennett. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Got Williams, and it's complete.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's got it! And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From the gun on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams will add to their lead at the end of the half. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready. Then they're going to send this one away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. And the Rams might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, right, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. First down, ball at the 36. Now Bennett. Throw caught at the 6. To the house, touchdown LA. The Rams get more points to end a lopsided first half. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one splits the uprights, and the Rams push their lead to 18. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Back to throw it. Complete to Dell. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Throwing it just before halftime. A massive shot towards the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Rams out in front. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on
Rams
for the
kicking team
NFL
is
kickoff
ready,
game on the Thursday after Labor Day.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Texans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled on the play by Poona Ford. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Keeping it with Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. He has the first over the middle. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Stetson Bennett just about ready for their next drive. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Bennett. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to throw, Bennett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
They're going to run on 1st down with Corum. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. And the Texans going nickel coverage, 3rd down. To throw, here's Bennett. He's got the hook up to Adams. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Sly's kick is up and good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Here's Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tremon Smith picks it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Covey now to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out come the Rams on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Rams are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Motioning Watson left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. On the option, here's Mixon. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Throwing on 2nd and real long here. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And they get 38 out of the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Schultz. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here with Pierce. Jukes him, and now he's running free. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action on 1st down. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a...
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking for a throw here. He's got it over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, well, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense headed back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Bennett now to throw. This is ahead for about 5. That was Darrell Taylor in to make the stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. Bennett. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Bennett throwing here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. From the 23. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. Back out runs their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Bennett. This will be caught by Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on first. It's taken in by Williams. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
From the 42. Short pass brought in. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now Bennett. Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. They are throwing it again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action here. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Give to Corum from the gun. Gets to space right side. Gets in. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams now lead by 10. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. First throw for the backup now. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They go play action on first. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams push their lead to 18. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Barrios now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, Mills. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Mills to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to...
No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
This offense getting all set for this series. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a carry by Corum. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 28. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Return starts at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense running back out now. And the last time we saw him, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Mills. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On target to his man Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing here, Mills. Hits him on the out route. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing from the gun here. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll throw it again. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Here's Mills. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now this offense getting set to work here. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Corum. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he hauls in the interception. Christian Harris picks it off. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They give right side to Corum. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Motion man sent left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Garoppolo setting up to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. Mills back to throw. Hauled in left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Mills to the air now. On target to his man, Berrios. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Mills looking to throw. Connects with Mechie. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first. Throwing it again here. Berrios makes the catch. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Pierce up the middle. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Back to throw. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's dropping back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
A give up the middle to Corum. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Corum. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it brings up an LA first down. Corum straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Garoppolo looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Corum. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd down run by Corum. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Corum again. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. A give to Corum. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running the counter, Corum. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send him left out of the slot. They run, it's Corum. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Garoppolo to throw. It is caught left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot at confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Rams are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.